Shalom, brothers and sisters. We are nations of kings and priests. I'm Brother Reuben, and by my side,
Brother Ernesto.
Okay, we here to show that all the prophets in the Bible were all different shades of brown, okay? This is not a white man's book, okay? We're going to prove to you, according to the Bible, from Moses all the way down to Paul, that all the prophets were different shades of brown, all right? With that, we're going to start with Songs of Solomon. Start at verse 1, because we're going to show Solomon himself identify himself as a man of color. All right, you got that for me, brother?
Yes, brother.
Read that for me.
The Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 1.
Read.
The Song of Songs, which is Solomon.
Which is who?
Which is Solomon.
Which is Solomon. Because they try to say that this right here is talking about some woman. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon. Okay, jump to verse 5, brother.
Verse 5. I am black.
What color Solomon said he was?
I am black.
All right, read on.
But comely.
But what?
But comely.
That word comely means beautiful. We use that word all the time. We don't know where it comes from. It comes straight out of the scripture. I'm black and I'm proud. I'm black and I'm beautiful. Read that from the top again, brother.
Verse 5. I am black, but comely.
Read.
O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar.
Tents of Kedar. Okay, let's look up that word and see what that word means in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, because we get twisted up with different words and different meanings of different words. All right, you got that for me, brother?
Yes.
Read that for me.
In the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary.
Read.
Kedar, probably either mighty or dark.
Or what?
Or dark.
Or dark. That's what that means. Solomon was a dark-skinned man, okay? Finish that off, brother.
As the curtains of Solomon. Verse 6. Look not upon me, because I am black.
Because I am black, okay? From there, let's go to Job 30 and 30. Let's see what color the prophet Job were. What he identified himself as. Call it when you got it, brother. All right, just like we were bringing out early, all the prophets are different shades of brown. Black is a color in the coloring book, okay? All right, you got it for me, brother?
Yes, brother.
Read.
The book of Job, chapter 30, verse 30.
Read.
My skin is black upon me.
Hold on, slow down, bro. We got to let that marinate, because we know a lot of Christians, they run over scriptures, okay? Read that for me nice and slow.
Verse 30, my skin is black upon me.
Job said his skin is black. They try to say that this is some kind of disease Job had. No, he's identifying as his skin. I don't care how long you stay out in the sun. If a white man stay out in the sun all day, his skin will not turn black. His skin will be burnt up red, pinkish, purplish color. Read that from the top.
Verse 30, my skin is black upon me.
Read.
And my bones are burnt with heat.
Are burnt with what?
With heat.
So if a black man stays out in the sun, or a brown man, his skin gets darker. Okay? Right. This is not talking about a white man. All right? From there, brother, let's go to Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 8. Because we're going to get some more of these on these Israelites. You black, you Hispanic, and you Native Americans. You make up the 12 tribes of Israel. All right? This Bible pertains to you. All right? You got that for me, brother?
Yes, brother.
Read that for me.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 8.
Read.
Their visage.
Their visage. Look up that word for me.
Visage.
All right, we're going to look up this in the Hebrew. All right, call out the Hebrew number and give me that word.
Hebrew number H8389.
Okay.
Which is to R, means shape, form, outline, figure, or appearance.
You see that? Or appearance. This is speaking of their appearance. All right? Read that from the top, brother.
Verse 8. Their visage is blacker than a coal.
Their appearance were blacker than a coal. All right? Read.
They are not known in the streets. their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It is become like a stick.
All right, that's enough on that. We just trying to show you the appearance of the Israelites. All right, now let's go to Exodus real quick. We want to go to Moses. Let's go to Moses. Give me Exodus chapter 2 and verse 2. Because when you look at these movies, they show Moses as a white man. All right, when you watch all these movies, Moses is a white man. Christ is a white man. The angels are white. But is that according to scripture? All right. Now you Christians supposed to be so studied and well versed in these scriptures. Why nobody correcting these scriptures are saying this? Thus saith the Lord, not what we feel. All right. Let's get Moses, brother.
The book of Exodus, chapter 2 and verse 2.
We're going to go to this quick story about Moses and his mother. All right. Read that real quick. Power through that.
Verse 2. And the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. Verse 3.
Read.
And when she could not longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrush, and daubed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein.
Stop right there. So this is Mother Moses. She making a basket to put him in. All right, because she's going to sail him down the river. All right, read, brother.
And she laid it in the flags by the river's brink. And verse 4. And his sister stood afar off, to wit what would be done to him.
Read.
Verse 5. And the daughter of the Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river.
Right there. The daughter of the Pharaoh. This is an Egyptian woman, all right? Moses was a Hebrew Israelite, okay? Let's establish that first. So the Pharaoh daughter came down to the river. Read, brother.
And her maidens walked along by the riverside. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it.
Read.
Verse 6. And when she had opened it, she saw the child. And behold, the baby wept. And she had compassion on him, and said, This is one of the Hebrews' children.
This is one of who?
One of the Hebrews' children.
So she knew this was one of the Hebrews' children, because she was the Egyptian. We know the ancient Egyptians were black. Okay? So she identified Moses as a Hebrew Israelite. Read verse 7, brother.
Verse 7. Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, Shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, that she may nurse the child for thee?
Jump to verse 10, brother.
Verse 10. And the child grew.
And Moses grew. Read.
And she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter.
She brought him unto who?
Pharaoh's daughter.
Read.
And he became her son.
And he became who?
And he became her son.
So if Moses became the son of the Egyptian daughter as a Hebrew, and they were dark-skinned people, and if Moses was a white man, and you bring me my baby, and you bring me a white baby, I'm going to say this is not my child.
That's right. That's right.
This child don't look nothing like me. So Moses had to be a dark-skinned man just like the Egyptians were. All right? That's common sense, you Christians. Read that. Keep reading, brother.
And she called his name Moses.
She called his name who?
Moses.
So that's who we talking about. Moses. Read.
And she said, Because I drew him out of the water.
She drew him out of the water. Okay? Finish that off. That's the end on that,
that was the
right?
end of 10, yes.
All right, let's go to, jump to verse 17. Exodus chapter 2, verse 17.
Verse 17.
We're going to get some more on Moses, okay? Read.
And the shepherds came and drove them away, but Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock.
He did what?
And watered their flock.
Read.
Verse 18. And when they came to revel their father, he said, How is it that you are come to soon today?
So this is Moses. He's helping the two daughters, Egyptian daughters, water their flock. Okay, read.
Verse 19. And they said, An Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds.
A who?
An Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds.
They mistaken Moses for an Egyptian. Right. What color we say the Egyptians were? Black. The ancient Egyptians were dark-skinned people. Right. Okay, so if they mistaken Moses as an Egyptian, he couldn't have been white.
Right.
Okay?
That's right.
They would have said, oh, some white guy came and helped us.
Right.
All right? Let's get some more on Moses. Let's go to Exodus chapter 4. Let's start at verse 6. Exodus chapter 4 and verse 6.
The book of Exodus chapter 4 verse 6.
Read.
And the Lord said furthermore unto him, Put now thine hand into thy bosom.
So this the Most High. He's telling Moses to show miracles. He said one miracle is put your hand is in your bosom to make him a believer. All right, read.
And he put his hand into his bosom.
He put his hand into his bosom. Read.
And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
His hand was leopard as snow. So if you put your hand in your bosom and pull it out and it's black, that's not a miracle, brothers. Common sense. If it's white, you're going to say, whoa, we know leprosy is dark skin fading into that white complexion. Okay, read.
Verse 7, and he said, Put thine hand into thy bosom again.
Put your hand back in your bosom again, read.
And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as his other flesh.
It was turned again as his original flesh.
Right.
So if it was white when he plucked it out the first time and he put it back in and pulled it back out in his original flesh, it had to be dark skin. That's common sense. Mm-hmm. All right. Now let's get some on the Apostle Paul. Let's go to Acts chapter 21 and let's read verse 37. Let's start at 37. Because all the prophets in here were men of color. From Genesis all the way to Revelation. Because we got a problem with people say, that's a white man's book you're reading. That's the first thing they hear when you're bringing out the scripture. Why you want to follow the white man's book? Let's see if these people are white, according to thus said the Lord.
Right.
All right, you got that for me, brother?
Yes, brother.
Read.
The book of Acts, chapter 21, verse 37. And as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain.
This is Paul. He said unto the chief captain, read.
May I speak unto thee? Who said, Canst thou speak Greek?
Canst thou speak Greek? All right, read.
Verse 38. Art not thou that Egyptian?
Art thou who?
Art not thou that Egyptian?
He was mistaken for an Egyptian right there. Like we said, the ancient Egyptians were dark-skinned people. Read on, brother.
Which before these days made us an uproar, and led us out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers.
Read.
Verse 39. But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus.
Which am a Jew. Okay, just like we are. We are Jews here in America. Do that make us African American? No. If a Chinese man was to move to America, do that make him Chinese American? No, he's still Chinese. Read that back from the top, brother, verse 39.
Verse 39. But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus.
Read.
A city in Cilicia, a citizen of no mean city. And I beseech thee, suffer me to speak unto the people.
That's enough on that. That because he had a Roman citizenship. All right? That don't mean that because he lived in Rome, that made him a Roman. No. All right. That's it on that, brother. Let's go to Romans chapter 11 and verse 1. Because we're going to get some more on Paul. Romans chapter 11, start at verse 1, bro.
All right, I got it.
Read.
The book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 1.
Read.
I say then, hath God cast away his people?
Have God cast away his people? Because that's what people say. The Israelites are no more. Read.
God forbid.
No, he not cast away his people. Read.
For I also am an Israelite,
This is Paul speaking. Paul say he also am a Israelite. All right, he had Roman citizenship. All right, read.
Of the seed of Abraham.
Of the seed of Abraham.
Of the tribe of Benjamin.
Of the tribe of who?
Of the tribe of Benjamin.
It was from the tribe of Benjamin. All right, read.
That was the end of that one.
That's
verse
the end
2.
of that. Okay, that's the end of that. Let's drop that. Let's go to Acts chapter 13 and verse 1. We're going to touch on one more. Acts chapter 13 and verse 1. Read that, brother.
The book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 1.
Read, brother.
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers.
Certain prophets and teachers. All right, read.
As Barnabas and Simeon.
Barnabas and Simeon. That Simeon is talking about Paul. Okay, read.
That was called Niger.
They were called who?
Niger.
They were called who?
Niger.
Let's look up that word Niger. Because y'all going to say that word Niger, it comes from the root word nigger today. All right? Back then it was Niger and it changed to the word nigger. Okay? Let's see what it say in a compact Zondervan Bible dictionary. That word Niger. You got it, brother?
The word Niger means black.
Means what?
Means black.
Right. Read.
It just says it's the surname of Simeon.
That's good on that.
Yeah.
All right. So that word Niger means black. Read that from the top.
Chapter 13, verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger, and Lucius of Cyrene, and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod, the Tetrarch, and Saul.
All right. That's it on that, okay? We can go more into the Bible and bring out more color scriptures, but I hope you were edified. And with that, we say shalom.
Shalom.